had to pitch it 3 times before the editorial Bait Din saw the now legendary cheese sandwich photos on social media and decided it was go time. And even then, they only allowed me to cover it in text, rejecting requests to send a Vice News Tonight camera crew to the island to capture the disaster in real time. Luckily, between the Fyre organizers' own cameras and the hundreds of tech-savvy millennials stranded in the gravel pit, there was plenty of footage to go around. I've often wondered if the breakdown was due to my failure to appropriately describe the story I had stumbled into, or if the adults in the room's failure to recognize it reflected just how normalized, pure, substantive-free hype had become. After all, Fyre's influencer blitz had yielded immediate returns on social media, which triggered national press coverage, which gave the whole endeavor a patina of legitimacy. Within hours of the Instagram onslaught, the Fyre Festival name was everywhere. On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, on news websites, and even old-fashioned but still coveted TV segments. Marketers involved in the campaign estimated 95% of the festival's tickets were sold in that first week, even though, as the world later discovered, the festival they sold consumers never even came close to existing. As we all know now, that divide between Instagram and reality resulted in the Lord of the Flies-esque chaos seen round the world, as hundreds of well-heeled millennials were trapped in the Bahamas with not much more than a wet mattress and an Instagram story to show for the thousands of dollars they'd invested in the experience. But as I followed the story past the initial Bahamian disaster into Billy McFarland's felony arrest, surprise felony rearrest, and federal sentencing, it became clear to me that there was something bigger at play. The natural endpoint of a society primed to trust their own emotions over objective, verifiable facts in a world that tends to value the signifiers of success over actual achievements. I saw it as I broke the story of the Fyre Festival implosion for Vice News, and it continued as I executive produced the Emmy-nominated Netflix documentary, Fyre, The Greatest Party That Never Happened. Along the way, I learned a whole lot about how scams are thriving in the age of social media, and how often we've collectively agreed as a society to treat hype as an indicator that we're playing with the real deal. These dynamics played out in a number of ways throughout my reporting on Fyre. At first, I thought the story had reached its zenith when Billy McFarland, then 25 years old, was arrested in the summer of 2017 and charged with wire fraud, not for Pied Pipering a bunch of desperate 20-somethings to Paradise Lost, but for defrauding his investors about the state of Fyre Media. He had claimed the company was generating millions of dollars in revenue, which it was not. A bonus shot came a year later, long after he had pleaded guilty to the first set of charges. At the time, McFarland had been out on bail pending a sentencing hearing for the charges stemming from the Fyre Festival. Most, including the prosecutors and the class action attorney representing his victims, assumed he had spent that time hiding out in his parents' basement in New Jersey. But I had heard a rumor he was actually back in the city, living large in a midtown hotel penthouse and bragging about his crimes at nightclubs and upscale strip joints. In any event, he definitely wasn't sitting at home thinking about what he had done wrong. For weeks, I had been getting credible reports that Fyre Festival attendees were being targeted with emails from a new company called NYC VIP Access, which was offering ludicrously expensive tickets to exclusive celebrity events like the Met Gala, the Victoria's Secret fashion show, and Burning Man. That someone would be brokering these types of exclusive opportunities wasn't totally implausible. High-priced concierge services accounted for an estimated $297 million market in 2017. But something just felt off about these offers, in the same way the Fyre Festival website had felt off when I first clicked through. I started investigating and found, rather quickly, that it just wasn't possible to fulfill the experiences NYC VIP Access had been offering. For example, Met Gala tickets can't be purchased, and anyone with the